Hey everybody, welcome to Radio Mankato, home of 7 radio stations right here in southern Minnesota. We're gonna take a look inside, give you a tour of the place, and talk a little bit about what we all do, because it's more than just radio nowadays, and there's a lot to go. So let's get started, shall we? All right, now we're inside the building. First of all, by the way, I'm Stunt Monkey. I'm glad to have you all along, as we usually do tours for a lot of different groups, so this is kind of fun today to do it on a camera. And I'm telling you real quick, when you walk into the station, especially when it's not COVID time, you walk in, maybe pick up a cool prize or do an interview with the station, you're gonna be greeted by our front office. Very awesome people. This is Ellen. They get you in the door and get you started right away. Behind her is our traffic office. And when you hear traffic, you think cars, but in this case, it's actually commercials. And they put the stuff on the radio, the commercials that you might not always want to hear, but it's how we make our money. And we'll talk about that a little bit more when we meet with our sales manager. In the meantime, let's go back to our sales office. Come on back this way. So back here, we basically have a bullpen of an area where all of our sales team meets. They get their stuff done, or do whatever they got to do in the building. So we have a bunch of different cubicles. Everybody talks together. It's very collaborative. And we work with different businesses in the community, helping them get their name out, advertising, branding their business, making them, get their name out, get them more business in their doors is business for us as well. It's very important to us. All right, now we're gonna walk down the hall of all our studios. We have 7 stations, like I said. First one in the building is Minnesota 93, our new country station. And then in there, you got Lisa in the morning, Lisa and crew. We got Terry T and a bunch of other people who are on the air all day long in there. This is the studio I get to call home. This is Hot 96.7. Carrie's in there right now. She's part of the Big Hot Morning Show. She's the host. Let's see if she's busy. Come on in here. All right, come on. We're talking to people about radio. Carrie's the Big Hot Morning Show. She's the main gal behind the board. She runs it, but there's a lot more about this job. So go ahead and tell us about it.
There's more to this job than talking celebrities and trends and playing good music. Like,
You
we bring
know
the party.
there is.
I produce ads and create content for 3 different stations. I do voiceover talent for different markets, voice track other radio shows in this market. I'm the host of the Big Deals online show on our sister station KTOE, and right now I'm working really hard on the Keep Cato Strong initiative. It's a special program that we implemented here at Radio Mankato on behalf of what's going on in the world in the pandemic.
Now, Carrie, I know you love your job so much.
Yes, I love working with you,
That's exactly what you're supposed to say. No, it's more than just the celebrity gossip, though. But I mean, so you get to do all these extra things, but when you get to be in the studio, what's your favorite part of being on air?
On air? Favorite part? Just jamming, buddy. Just playing whatever we want and bringing the party and talking to listeners. Best thing of my day.
We come to the next part of the studios. This is North Star Country, 105.9. It's a classic country station, but it's our newest station that we got on the air. And I'm going to show you the board a little bit, but what we actually do when we were on the air in the studios. It's easiest right now since the studio's open. So in every studio, it's kind of got the same similar setup. We have the microphones on our left side, so that way we can control the mics on or off. So we're going to talk, we turn the mics on, and we're on the air. Now, we're not going to do that now, but if we also have the music playing, that's usually on one of these other channels, and so the music's on the air, and it's running off our computers. Everything's on the computer, and it's almost like a playlist, is the way you can kind of think of it. So we have our songs that are all lined up, and they just keep on going through the day, but we also have imaging and liners that identify the station and talk about what's going on with the music. So the commercials get put into the system as well, and they just continue to play through. Everything just kind of gets automated. So if we're not in the building, if I'm not in the room, I don't have dead air, which is the most important part about radio, is don't have dead air. So the computer just sets up, it runs on its own for the most part. If I need to change anything, I obviously can. That's what that computer is for. This one over here is so I can so I can look up research for internet and find out what we're talking about. If it's weather, news, or any artist information as well. We can do that on our computers. It's all at our fingertips. And even then, half the time we still use our phones for almost all of it. But the studios are pretty easily set up. Everything's kind of similar to what the needs are. If we're doing a ball game, it's on one of these feeds as well, and we just pot it up and it's on the air. If we're doing a sporting event with the Twins or the Vikings, it's also right on one of these channels. You just pot it up and it's on the air. It all kind of works pretty seamlessly throughout the day. This is the Fan Studios. We walk past it. One of the things that makes us special, we have all these stations in the building. The Fan is an affiliate of K-Fan, actually, out of the Twin Cities. So we're allowed to play their coverage of what they do with their programming, but then also pipe in our own commercials and our own weather and news as well. And then we get to do Vikings on the Fan station as well. So that's pretty cool for our sports station. Our news station, since 1950, KTOE has been on the air in the Mankato area, right in this building. This is the same building, probably the same door, to be honest with you, since 1950. Now, some other things have obviously changed. The studio itself has had a facelift, but this station's all about local news and content. Come on through, Bear. Go ahead. Barry's been here not since 1950, but it's been a few years.
Pretty cool.
So Barry's going to go back on the air right now. And once again, it's all about localness with KTOE. That's what that station's all about. And it's always fun. See, it's always fun to see that go on because that means we're live. We're on the air. We're doing something. Thank you. Let's go this way. Meet Alex. So Alex has been our operations guy now for a few months. And he's in charge of a lot of different things at the radio station. Come on out here. What are you doing? He's got a computer taken apart back here.
Yeah, so basically I do a lot of the tech support. So right now I'm actually working on a couple of projects. I'm in the process of cloning a hard drive into this computer so we can upgrade in one of our studios that's getting kind of old, outdated, slow. And then I'm also working on a project. This is our remote broadcast equipment that we take out to our sports games and some of our live remotes. We can actually broadcast anywhere with an internet connection to our radio stations in real time, but there was some technical issues. I got to go into the settings and kind of mess around with that and see if I can figure out what the problem is. So on top of that, I do a lot of other things too. There's a lot of legality stuff that I do. I actually just got a letter just today from the ASCAP, which actually stands for the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. Basically, our music licensing that we can play over the air, we have to pay for, and they also take audits of our on-air feed. So this one is for our station 105.9 North Star Country, and they just are kind of requesting an audit on a week's worth of music that we're playing to make sure that it matches with what they're allowing us to play. I also do a lot of scheduling. I'm working right now on typing up some instructions for our part-timers to be able to sit on the other end of sports broadcasts and control the board that way while they have while we're doing the game. And I'm also in charge of scheduling that as well. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So you caught me on a good day where I was actually doing something productive. So thank you.
Yep. But wait, what about all the on-air stuff you do, Alex?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so I'm actually on 3 different stations. I start the morning off with him on North Star Country 105.9. That's from 6:30 to 10, and then we do 3 to 7 p.m., and by we I mean me, on Hot 96.7. That's me, Alex, in the afternoon. And then I'm on from 7 to midnight on our new country station, Minnesota 93, which is at 93.1 on the dial.
All right, let's go check in with Matt Kettleson with Radio Mankato now. He's one of the guys that helps make things work around here. Matt, thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you, Jeff.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about what you're all doing at Radio Mankato as you kind of see things at a 30,000 foot level.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I'm here in the back at Radio Mankato and just kind of help with the things behind the scenes. So you don't hear me on the radio, you don't see me out selling ads. I'm the lucky one that gets to kind of work with both aspects here, the talent and the salespeople, and kind of have my hands into everything, so to speak. And it's a lot of fun. It's a really fun industry. People aren't aware that more than 93% of people in the United States still listen to radio every single week. And we can really drive the message in various things. Our talent become people that are friends with the listeners. Our salespeople become people that are depended upon by businesses in our community to help them come up with ideas on how to increase business, how to get more people through the door, how to message or properly message your product and brand your company to people that live here in southern Minnesota. So.
All right, continuing the tour of the building, we get to walk into our sales manager's office now. We have our general sales manager. That's David. He helps out with the entire company with sales. And then behind me, that's Brett. He's our sales manager for Radio Mankato. And Brett, I was telling everybody how you help get us the sales numbers we need and what the main purpose of doing that is.
Yeah. So everybody, when you think radio, you think the on-air personalities, you think the on-air staff and all the fun games that they do and great music that they play and keeping up to date with news and sports. But there's a whole other side of the building, right? It's the sales and marketing side. Really, we're here to help our local businesses, our local clients with their business. We want to help them grow their business, and we do that through, proper marketing and advertising. We really like to focus on helping brand companies. We do that with commercials that we write and produce for our clients. We do that with social media. We do that with even digital advertising. We have digital platforms that we can help our clients with. So we love local business. We love being live and local, and we love helping our local businesses grow their business. That's really what we're here for, and we do that with hopefully we want to increase our sales and increase our local client sales.
This is my sales so far for 2021, so I'm pretty proud of it, not gonna lie. Let's have a real conversation real quick. So It's kind of finally alone in one of the studios and don't get to talk about everything I get to do at the radio station because I've been here since 2003 and I absolutely love the things that I do with On Air at Hot 96.7, but I also get to do some stuff with North Star Country as a Daryl. My real name is Jeff, actually, not Stump Monkey, but that's been my name since 2007, and I've grown to really appreciate it and what it's been able to do for me as my career in Mankato, and I absolutely love it. So I get to be on the air, part of the Big Hot Morning Show. I do the midday show from 10 until 3, and I also do recording for that North Star Country Morning Show, which is really fun. But then on top of all that, I also just picked up sales recently, and so doing something like our sales manager talking about going out, talking to clients, and helping them build their business. I enjoy doing all of that, and there's something in the radio for everybody. There's so many things going on, and one of the things we didn't even cover today was engineering, putting the signals actually on the air. The towers that you see out here, the building in different places around the community, all those towers put on our signals on the air so you can listen to them for free on your radio. And radio has changed so much. We talked about it a little bit today, but it's not just radio. It's on the iHeartRadio app. It's on your computer as you stream us. It also includes being on Alexa or your Google Smart Speaker. There's so many things going on and so many ways to connect with radio. One of my bosses once said that radio was the first social media, and I actually completely believe that because you had to listen every day to be connected to what was going on. There's inside jokes, there's different things going on. You could call in and be part of the fun. And now we get to do that, and we still get to be across all these brands. So besides being able to listen to all those places, you can still pay attention to us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Our job is to connect with everybody. At the end of the day, that's what we're supposed to do in radio, and hopefully entertain as well. There's just so much going on, and I'm glad to get to be part of radio. I'm glad to get to talk to you guys today about all the opportunities there are because maybe you want to be in radio, but you don't really like to talk on the air. There's still other things you can do. So there's always things you can look into. If you ever want a tour of the radio station, I live here, so I'll totally give a tour all the time. I think it's enough serious talk, right? Let's get back to work. Thank you guys. Go, 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 go!